Okay, we are here to talk about the astronomy online class. It's the first time I've taught this class online or otherwise, but I wanted to offer it online because it used to be offered online by a former teacher. My name is Jared Daly. Let me bring up a little video screen here so you can see me. Welcome. My name is Jared Daly. I'm teaching astronomy online for North Platte Community College, and I'm going to take you through some of the things that we'll need to do in this class. So let's get started. When you get into Blackboard, you'll want to go to your My MPCC bar here, and you'll want to open up the Physics 1020 Astronomy class. And this is something like you will see. This should bring you to this front page. This is the only page that I have in Blackboard for this class, because you will actually not do anything in Blackboard except maybe open up the syllabus and maybe watch chapter videos and maybe click on this link to get you to WebAssign. But this is a good starting place. There are some other tools here you could use. You can use the BrainFuse. BrainFuse is an online tutoring system that's it's free for you, and it's online live interactive tutoring with real tutors. Great useful tool, so I definitely recommend using that if you need it and you can't get a hold of me or don't want to try to contact me. You can use this either way. This intro video here is what I'm making at this moment, and you should click on that and watch it, of course. If you're watching this, you have. The syllabus. Let's take a look at the syllabus. If you click on the syllabus, it'll download the syllabus for you, and you can open it up. Highly recommend reading the syllabus. Oh, that's kind of freaky. Anyway, the syllabus shows you all the information for the course here at the beginning, when it begins, when it ends, and all that. There is a time, sometime in April, which is the deadline for dropping your classes without getting whatever grade you're getting if you need to drop a class. If you need to drop this class, please contact me as soon as possible, because we could maybe salvage your semester by helping you to get through things. But if you need to drop this class, you certainly want to do it before probably like mid-April or so that you don't get charged for the whole class and you don't get a bad grade that you're maybe earning at that point. My office number, 221-6434, and my email, very important. If you need to get a hold of me, please contact me whenever you need me, and I will get back to you as soon as I possibly can. I usually I will answer phone calls and emails if I'm in my office immediately, but if I'm not in my office or I'm not receiving that right away, I will answer it the next chance I get. This is a 3 credit hour class, which means we're supposed to spend 3 hours a week doing activities, and another probably 3 hours a week doing homework and other things. The activities for this class will essentially be videos. We've designed this class so that it can be done completely online, except for the exams. The exams are things that you have to do with a proctor. And so the exams will still be done on a computer online, but you do have to have a proctor punch in a password, and they will oversee you doing those exams. We will be using WebAssign. You can get to WebAssign through Blackboard or go directly to webassign.net. And to sign in to WebAssign, you'll need both this institution code and the class key code. So let's take a look at how that's done. We go ahead and get a WebAssign up here. If you go to webassign.net, this is what the front page looks like, and you will want to click on enter a class key unless you already have an account with WebAssign. If you already have an account, just go ahead and log in, and then you can add a new class there. You can do it from here as well. You can do it either way. You can enter a class key. If you are going to enroll as a class key, you put in your northplatte.mpcc right here, and then the other two numbers, 4 digits here and 4 digits here, and enroll. And that will take you to this class. The other 4 digits are 0629, 0629, and 0159, it looks like. And then go ahead and enroll, and it'll tell you Physics 120, Jared Daly, North Platte Community College, Nebraska. You say, yes, this is my class, and move on. You will have to pay for this system, and within the system comes the ebook for free and access to all the learning materials and resources, and also the homework and the exams. You do not have to pay for it right away. It will give you, I think, 10 days for free or 2 weeks for free or something like this. But then you'll have to pay for it eventually. You can pay for it directly to WebAssign, in which case they'll give you a little bit of a discount, or you can buy an access code at the bookstore. If you buy the printed book at the bookstore, I think that will also come with an access code. You do not need to buy the printed book, but if you would like to have a printed book in addition to the ebook, that's fine. Once you get into WebAssign, you will see something a bit different. So this is what you're going to see once you get into WebAssign. Once you get into the class, you'll see this list of assignments, and you'll have some due dates over here and the names of the assignments and exams over here. Over here you'll have some class insights. You'll also have the ebook down here and the calendar. And then you have some things across the top up here. You have your home button. My assignments will take you directly to this assignments page that also lists the scores that you have there. The grades page will list all the grades that you have. Communication will take you to a place where you can communicate with me or even your fellow students. The calendar will take you to a place where you can take a look at the assignments on the days that they're due here. And then the ebooks will take you to your ebook. And then over here on the right, the help, whenever you have a problem with WebAssign. We haven't had many problems with WebAssign. They've been pretty good. But if you need help, you can use that help button and contact WebAssign. But this one's really quite important, the notifications button over here on the right side. This will give you the option of receiving an email or a text when your homework is due, 6 hours before, 12 hours before, whatever. You can choose any of these reminder times, and you can tell them what you want to be reminded for. If you want to be reminded by email, just go ahead and leave your email address as is in here. Right now, it's just got my school email address in there. But if you would like to receive a text, you will need to enter in the email address of your cell phone. You may not know this, but your cell phone does have an email address attached to it. And if you want to know what that email address is for your cell phone, you need to go search on Google or whatever. Search email to text. Just search that phrase, and it will give you some websites that have lists of what they call SMS gateways. And so if we go down here, for example, to how to send a text from your email account at Digital Trends, I think here, this one has a list of a few of the major companies and how you would send a text to that phone number from an email account. So if you have some of the ones that are here in this town, T-Mobile, US Cellular, Verizon, you put your 10-digit number at tmomail for .net for T-Mobile, or your 10-digit number without any dashes or anything at email.uscc.net for US Cellular. Or for Verizon, it's your 10-digit number at vtex.com. And there's a lot of different lists like this. If your company is not here, you can look at some other websites that might have those lists on there and maybe get that that number for you. But once you get that, you can go ahead and plug that into your notifications window, and WebAssign will send you a text when you have homework due. Very useful tool, I think. So if we go here back to my home button here, we can look at the class. I've got lots of classes in here, so I've got to look around here. So if we go back here, we can take a look at, that's not right. That's the wrong one. This is the right one. Okay. If we go back here, we can take a look at the homework assignments now. If we open up Chapter 1, Homework, we can see that there are 26 questions here in this homework assignment. And that there's many different types of questions. There are multiple choice. This one you can choose many different options from this list until you get them all right. So select all the correct statements, for example. And then we've got some questions where you have to make a calculation and type in a number. We have some questions where you choose just one correct answer. We have some questions where you match things up, and so on and so forth. So there's a lot of different options here. Within these questions, you can click on this button to read the text, and it will take you to the online textbook. And within the online textbook, you have several tools here. So if that particular question was in Chapter 1, so you can go ahead and go to Chapter 1 here, and if you click on the YouTube button here, you will be taken to several videos for Chapter 1. These videos I have also placed in Blackboard. So if we go up to Blackboard and you go to the chapter videos, the links to those videos and some other videos are available here in Chapter 1, and you can go ahead and watch these videos through Blackboard. If there's anything that you're not sure about in the book, you can't find it, or it's not explained well in the book, you can always search YouTube and see if you can find something there. But you can always call me or ask me. One of the ways that you can do that from the homework, if you have a question for me, is to go up here to this button here that says Ask Your Teacher. If you click on that, it'll open up a little Ask Your Teacher window, and you can type it in, and it will send me an email. I prefer that way of communication if you're actually asking a question about the homework, because those questions will come to me with your homework question, so I can see where you are in the homework and see kind of how you're doing on it. And then I can get an idea of what I need to do to help you. There's also this My Notes button up here where you can take notes on these homework questions, which may be helpful as you're trying to remember how to do them later on when you're studying for an exam, for example. You can also use the Save Progress button down here. If you select an answer and you're not sure if it's right, you can save the progress and come back to it later. But every time you submit an answer on each of these questions, it is submitted. And there is a maximum number of submissions. I think that I've granted you 5 submissions on each question. And on multiple choice questions that only have one correct answer, I give you 2 chances or 3 chances or something like that to get it right. And of course, on exams, you will have less chances to get them right. For the most part, you'll have 1 or 2 chances to get every question right on exams. So make sure that you pay attention to that. Also, I believe that you lose points the more chances you use. I think you lose like 1/10 of a point each time you use up one of your attempts. But anyway, if you have any questions on the homework, please press the Ask Your Teacher button. Use the Read It button, and the YouTube videos are great. I will not do any formal group lectures online or anything like this unless there is a topic that people are asking about. If I get somebody asking me about some particular topic and I feel like it would be a really good idea for me to make a video for everybody, then I will make a video and post it for everybody to see and explain that to everybody. I'll have a hard time understanding what people struggle with until I go through this class a couple of times. But we'll make videos as necessary. And when I make a video and post it, I will send a message out to everybody. Messages to the entire class will show up both in WebAssign and in Blackboard. There's a message form in both of those places. So you should receive an email type message in your school email in Blackboard and in WebAssign. Let's see, what else do we need to do here? We should probably, let's go back to the syllabus really quick. So once you're into WebAssign and you're learning stuff and you're doing your homework and everything else, there are homework assignments, there are exams, and then there's professionalism included in the course. Your homework is worth 40% of the test, the class. Your exams and the final exam are a total of 45%, and then 5% is this professionalism, where I just expect you to please treat me and your fellow classmates with respect in emails and other communications and everything else. So usually I don't have to do anything with that. I just give everybody those points. But fairly recently, I've had to take those points away from people who have not behaved professionally. So all these other things they make us put in there for, the lawyers. Some important things are things like conflict resolution. If you have any problems with me or the class or a classmate, feel free to come to me. I'm an easy person to talk to. But if you don't want to come to me, you can talk to Sally Falcon, who is a division chairperson. She has an office on South Campus, and her number is right here, so you can call her. Best thing to do for her is to call her. She's rarely in her office. But if you need to withdraw from class, do that at the front office. Students with disabilities, if you need some kind of accommodation, that needs to be reported to the people here in this paragraph, and they can help you with that, and they will contact me. And that's about all the important stuff. Once again, if you have any questions, please contact me, and we will resolve those questions or concerns for you. I can't think of anything else we really need to go through. There is the announcements thing here. Announcements will show up here. Here's the class key again and the institution code to sign into the class. But once you get in, just go ahead and get started. Get working, watch videos, go through the book. In the book, there's lots of tools. I didn't really show you all the tools in the book, but let me show you them really quick. You can take notes in the book. So if you come over here, there's this little pen-looking thing. If you click on this, you can pick a color and you can highlight different parts of the book. And once you highlight them, they will show up in this little highlights pane if you push this button to the left of the highlight thing. So all your orange highlights will show up in orange, your pink ones in pink, your yellow ones in yellow. And you can go to your highlighted. If you click on them, it'll take you to that page. All my highlights are on one page. But if you go ahead and highlight those, they will show up again, be easy to find. You can also use the search button, very useful. If you're looking for something like quasars, then you just type in quasars up here and it'll take you to the places. I must have spelled it wrong. Quasars. Let's look up neutron. That'll be better. So if I search for neutron, the search button is not working. I don't know why. Probably because this is not a real textbook, maybe. Let's try this again. Neutron. That's unfortunate. Why is it not found? Galaxy. That's got to be in there. Their search button is not working. I don't know why. Well, hopefully yours is working. If yours isn't working, then I will then send me a note or something, and I will contact WebAssign to see why their search button isn't working, because that's quite a useful little feature to find something quickly. But another way is to just highlight it and then find it using your highlights. You can also take notes. If you open this up, you can go ahead and put notes in there. The notes are put in, let's see, I have to remember how you put notes in. I can't always remember. Oh, here we go. If you click in this little notes area where it says notes, then you can go ahead and write a note, just whatever, and then you can place the icon by pressing this button, and it'll put a little sticky note in your book, and then it keeps track of where those notes are. When you click on them, it'll take you to that page as well. So those are some tools you can use. You can add your own YouTube videos if you want. You can add web links of websites if you want. There's just a lot of useful things that you can also print the book. So if you get a few weeks into the class and you decide you want to print off part of the book, you can print that. If you print the book, you are welcome to use those printed pages on your exams. If you don't print the book, you're welcome to use your ebook on the exams. So be aware of that. The exams are open book, but only open book. They're not open notes. However, if you have taken notes in your ebook or in your printed book, then that's your book, and you're welcome to bring those in. So enjoy this class. If you have any concerns or questions, please contact me as soon as possible. And have a great semester.